So, what would prevent you from being in your ultimate state in your relationships or life? So, basically, the stories of how you think life is supposed to be, changing the perceptual filters and stories about yourself. So, those are the reasons that we talked about how if we don't show up in our relationships or life in our ultimate state, and there are certain factors preventing us. So, finding out what those stories are that we've created, that how we're supposed to behave in life, or what we've been grown up with, like be obedient or act a certain way so you don't have to. So basically, not living in your complete truth of fun, fulfillment, enjoyment of what you're supposed to or meant to be doing in your life is just like, which is basically enjoying it or living it in joy. So yeah, and then the miracle quality in every aspect of your life. And then we spoke about what if you couldn't control anything, like example, your parents' health or your siblings' health or your thoughts. So he spoke about don't think of the color blue, don't think of the color blue, don't think of the color blue. What color are you thinking about? So basically that sometimes we don't have control of our thoughts. And then he talks about how over the next few days that Date with Destiny is going to show what we can control in life. So, and then we discussed about why we came to this seminar, what behavior patterns that we wanted to change, or what aspect of focus in our life did we want to change. And then talked about goals, that goals is thinking in a positive framework. It's great to have goals accomplished. The bigger, greater state is problems. Problems are a miracle. They're a gift. And from there, from problems, we grow into the person that we are. Like the adversity that we faced growing up as children, whatever we faced, or whoever's love that we're trying to earn. So it's basically one or the other. If it's guardians, aunt, uncle, whoever was the dominant love person that you looked up to growing up. So basically, seeing that whose love was easy and whose love did you have to earn, and what rules were there for you to earn that love. So what behaviors did you have to do, or what did you have to achieve, or who did you have to be to try and get their love. So looking at that, and then so in every moment what's wrong is always available to us. We can always focus on the negative and always focus on what's wrong in that moment, and at the same time what's in that moment in what's wrong, there's also what's right is available. So you always have the choice to pick what's right or what's wrong in that moment. And then so the brain was evolved to make you survive. So food, shelter, and basically, so because it's in survival mode, it's looking for what's wrong so you can escape it or figure out a way to get out of a situation or an environment to get you to safety. So yes, and then so to condition or grow or evolve your brain to make you happy is your job. So it's a natural state. Okay, so from our natural state to our higher consciousness. So from a state of survival to a state of higher consciousness, of happiness, peace, joy, fulfillment, everything we desire. So from doing what's natural, what's wrong, miserable, surviving, living in, and then going to thriving towards the higher consciousness. Okay. And then, so in that every moment, find what's right, accept what's happened in the past, present, right now, and just use it for what you want. So the skill sets or lessons that you've learned or gained along the way because of what has happened. So, so basically, why keep going to the past when it's not going to save you? Change the system, find from that past what's going to save you, and then changing that and creating how it will empower you to move towards the future, to go forward. Okay, so life is better and a miraculous place when we live in what's right. So taking control of thought, feeling, and life. everything happens in divine timing. Every relationship, every person that we meet, every moment in our life is a blessing. Everything happens in divine purpose. We are so guided by our heart, our spirit, to do and go for things we want in life and just flow with the magic and miracle of our divinity and who we are and where we're going in life, just flowing and trusting that we have a higher purpose of just being in joy and just going with the flow